What's going on, y'all? Polo Sports Talking Entertainment here again with another one. Be sure to hit that like button, sub to the channel if you're not a member, and also hit the notification so that you're able to get all of my content as well as all of my videos. Now, the Milwaukee Bucks are able to take a 2-1 lead as they defeat Boston in a nail biter, 103 to 101. Giannis, a dominating performance. He had 42. Uh, and Al Horford was a star for the Boston Celtics, in which he had 25 points, but more impressive, he had 15 rebounds. And Jaylen Brown was uh, was pretty decent as well. He had 27 points and 12 rebounds, uh, and just a horrible performance from Jason Tatum, in which I'll talk about in just a second. Did not have his best game, and I'll talk about him in just a second. This game right here, man, was pretty much close the whole entire time. I felt like uh, I felt like Boston had plenty of opportunity to send this game into overtime. They actually it was right at the last second when Al Horford's tip in came, but they ruled it, you know, as a at the end of the game. Uh, I think that Milwaukee is really showing their their championship prowess, despite not having one Chris Middleton. It was there was a lot of speculation on whether or not Milwaukee would be able to uphold that, but Giannis, he must have heard the criticisms because he has been heavily criticized, especially over the last couple of days for his previous performance, in which actually his previous two performance, but more so the second game, in which he was extremely inefficient. Okay, now I'm going to say this though. Okay, uh, if Milwaukee wins the next game, the series the series is over. Okay, that's not to say that Boston is gonna fight back, because I believe that Ama Udoka is is a very good coach, but it has to be a collective effort from the Celtics. And Jason Tatum, man, I hate to see him struggling like this, especially when it was something that everybody had talked about, especially at the beginning of the season, in which he was very inefficient in terms of his shooting. Uh, you know, Look, it goes just like I give everybody the smoke here. I not only give the smoke to Luca, I not only give the smoke to CP3, I not only give the smoke to James Harden, but we also have to give the smoke to Jason Tatum. Okay, we're talking about 4 of 19 from the field. Okay, 4 of 19. Uh, and he was 0 of 6 from 3 pointers. Just a horrible performance. Now, the only thing that you could say is that he did give an effort on the defensive end because he did have 4 blocks. But you know, you have to do other things in order to you know get the victory, and that's what I was saying about Luca. Sometimes offensively, it's not gonna be going. I mean, you could clearly see that who had it going offensively. It was guys like Al Horford and Jaylen Brown, even White off the bench. He had it going too. Not only with his offense, but as well as his defense too as well. I think the turnovers did kill them though. Now I know that Jaylen Brown, even though he he had 27. He still had 4 turnovers, and that's not good. Okay, and that's what's going to kill them, and turnovers really killed them as well. Uh, as far as the Milwaukee Bucks though, uh, we know that Giannis he was able to do his thing pretty much, but Drew Holiday really showed today. Um, even though he was really inefficient, he hit them when it mattered, but he did play 43 minutes, but not a very good. He was more volume because he shot 11 for 30 or whatever. So he had to do a lot better, but they were still able to get it because he was playing good defense as he always does. Brook Lopez, uh, excellent job on the boards. Giannis, excellent job in terms of his rim protection too. And Bobby Portis. I know the numbers aren't going to really jump out at you and everything, and he might have been a little inefficient, but his toughness is very key. That's why a lot of people at the beginning of it, when he first started playing, a lot of people were comparing Bobby Portis, his mentality, his whole overall mentality to a guy like Kevin Garnett, because this guy is a warrior. This guy continues to bring that mental toughness to Milwaukee and what they need. What's up with it, True Viking? I see you in the building, Queen. Um, you said Ted, I knew it was going to lose the first half the way we were acting like a circus. Yeah, Holiday should have been called for the offensive foul on his last bucket. Yeah, yeah, and then also, you know, there were a lot of questions about the officiating, but nevertheless, I mean, yeah, officiating doesn't have anything to do with shooting 4 of 19 from the field. And officiating doesn't have anything to do with getting the amount of turnovers that they had. Okay, so we could sit here and say that this needed to be overturned and everything. None of them really shot that good, with the exception of maybe Al Horford and Jaylen Brown. Grant Williams did not have his best game. Now he was a hawk on defense. Almost damn near got into foul trouble or whatnot, but he was still able to stay in the game. Um, he did do it with his defense though. He played pretty good defense, but a poor shooting night for him. Peyton Pritchard as well. In the little time that he played too, he didn't have his best game either. Went 0 for 3, and I thought that Peyton Pritchard would do a lot better. That's why he didn't really play that much. So we'll see what adjustments Ima Udoka is going to make. I'm still under the assumption that this series might go 7 games, but I will repeat it again. If the Milwaukee Bucks win the next game, the series is over. You know, and Giannis is going to have to uphold that. Now, here's another key thing too that we also got to look at too. All right, the pressure, believe it or not, is really not on Boston. It's really on Giannis and the Bucks, because they're the defending champs, and people are expecting them to win. People are expecting them to defend that title, and people are expecting them to get back to the finals. And a lot of people feel like Marcus Smart, despite what many people uh, may think and may believe, they think that the Milwaukee Bucks were somehow trying to duck the Brooklyn Nets. I don't think that that's true. They don't have any control over that. You said the Bucks in 5 before the series. Well, we don't know. We don't know that. Like I said, we have two defenses that are really clashing. Two top defenses rather that are clashing. Milwaukee was number one in the playoffs, and Boston was number one in the regular season. So when you have two defensive minded teams, it's going to be a dog fight. And these type of games you gotta like. You gotta like the effort, and on top of that, this can feel something. I don't know exactly what this is gonna brew, but we are talking about the East. We are talking about two well, superstars that are on the squad. Many people feel like Jason Tatum is coming into his own as well. as a superstar. However, he did not show that tonight or whatever. Very disappointing shooting night for Jason Tatum, but I believe that Jason Tatum will bounce back. And if it's not just on offense, he has to do other things too as well. So y'all let me know what you think, man. Leave your comments, like the video, share it, subscribe, hit the notifications so that you are notified. Polo Sports Talking Entertainment, man. I'm gonna get at y'all later.